Hi everyone, so I'm here to present to you today my professional development presentation, and it's on the importance of career development, specifically at the middle school level. So first I'm going to start with what exactly career development is. The National Association for Career Development defines it as the lifelong process of managing learning, work, leisure, and transitions in order to move toward a personally determined and evolving preferred future. So basically, career development is a person's how they are viewing their future throughout their lives and where the direction they want to head in, especially with their preferred professions for the future. So why is it important? It is recommended that career exploration and awareness begin before high school when students have already made major decisions about courses. So a lot of times at the high school level, there's a lot of room for free electives. So if students aren't aware what professions they want to pursue, then they may not pick electives that'll like help them in the future. So if we're working with them at the middle school level to kind of figure out their interests, what they might want to do, then they can take electives that will help them later on. Also, sex role stereotypes, particularly about gender appropriate occupations, are formed early. So when we're younger, we learn about firemen and policemen and nurses are girls. So kids get these ideas and then they limit their career choices because they think that only boys can do this job or only girls can. So it's important to get the message across early that it doesn't matter what your gender is, you can pursue any profession you would like. Also, students at risk, girls, and minority group children often limit their career choices early. So, a lot of times students who are come from at-risk families or belong to minority groups or those of low SES, they believe that they can't achieve the same careers that someone in a different situation possibly could. So it's important to get the message across that they can still pursue these same careers that their peers are, and help them think about ways that they can get there because they might have to put in a little extra work just because they are at risk or they do come from a low SES status. And girls especially, we have to promote the idea that they can pursue predominantly male fields. Also, few middle schoolers have realistic career plans, and many lack awareness of the world of work. I see this a lot at my internship because I run a career development group with middle schoolers. And a lot of times they'll tell me they want to go to Princeton or Harvard, but they don't realize that the chance of any of us getting into those schools is very slim, especially when they're from an at-risk population or they don't have the grades to achieve getting into these schools. And even they'll tell me, oh, I want to be a doctor or a surgeon, but they're failing math and science, and those are the subjects they struggle in, and they don't understand that you have to be strong in certain subjects to achieve certain careers. So there's been a lot of research performed at the middle school level regarding career development. So middle school students who completed career development programs found positive outcomes, which include an increased understanding of the world of work, leading to an openness to an increased number of potential careers. They also found improved skills to make informed decisions and complex career information problem solving. They found enhanced academic, personal, and teamwork skill development. And they also found increased career awareness, self-esteem, clearly defined goals, a sense of direction, and motivation to persist and attain a post-secondary education and training. Other research also found that career development awareness programs at the middle school level help students to become aware of personal characteristics, interests, aptitudes, and skills, develop an awareness of and respect for the diversity of the world of work. It helped them to understand the relationship between school performance and future choices, and it also helped them to develop a positive attitude towards work. So, what exactly does career development look like at the middle school level? It focuses on like three major things. The first one is encouraging students to explore their interests and skills early on so that they can understand how those might tie into future careers. It also encourages students to learn about their academic strengths and weaknesses, like I talked about before, because it encourages educators to help students identify career fields that they are interested in pursuing, as well as helping them understand the connections between performance in school and future endeavors, like I talked about before, being a doctor but failing math and science. And it also should emphasize career guidance and academic counseling. This can come from school counselors or the teachers, and this includes talking to students about their academic and career interests during elementary and middle school, helping students think about the connections between academic coursework, college, and their future career and how they all tie together. To help students establish goals for getting more information about colleges and careers, so helping them learn the resources that are available to them. Spending time reviewing students' interest inventory results and interpreting them for students in a way that they can understand how that will help them determine what they might want to do in the future. Promote students' college and career planning at school, so by holding career days or bringing in guest speakers to talk about their different professions. That promotes a college going and career going atmosphere. To help students learn how to use sources of college and career information. So not only providing the resources for students, but also teaching them how to use them so that they can do it on their own. And promote creative and informed career exploration through the use of structured programs or activities. So that also ties into the other point about bringing career days or guest speakers. So, career development at the middle school level, believe it or not, people argue that students are too young at this point. Some researchers argue that middle school students experiencing the developmental challenges of puberty and other adolescent experiences are not at the appropriate age to begin career development. But on the other hand, other researchers present the argument that career development is a lifelong process and should be initiated earlier. And their argument is that because middle school is in between elementary and high school and between childhood and adulthood, it's a perfect opportunity for the development of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and awareness that are the foundations for adulthood and their future careers. And the other point a lot of scholars who are against it argue is that they believe that there is a danger in the possibility of tracking students into certain careers or college paths too early, and that career development awareness at this level would add to an already overburdened curriculum. But there's been a lot of research that has shown that even though this is a potential negative, the benefits outweigh the costs in this situation, and the amount of times that students suffer because of it is nothing compared to the amount of students that benefit because of it. So, career development is so important that ASCA has a whole set of standards for students, and one of the major sections is it focuses on career development. There's many different associations that relate to the middle school level and encourage career development. But for ASCA's, I actually screenshotted right from the standards for students, the career development heading, and it says ASCA National Standards for Career Development guides school counseling programs to provide the foundation for the acquisition of skills, attitudes, and knowledge that enable students to make a successful transition from school to the world of work and from job to job across the lifespan. So then I also went on to screenshot the different topics that ASCA encompasses in their standards. So CA1 is to just develop career awareness. CA2 is develop employment readiness. Standard B, students will employ strategies to achieve future career goals with success and satisfaction. So standard CB1 is acquire career information. CB2 is identify career goals, And then standard C, students will understand the relationship between personal qualities, education, training, and the world of work. So CC1 is acquire knowledge to achieve career goals. CC2 is apply skills to achieve career goals. So all of these things should be incorporated into the school counseling curriculum at every level. Another set of standards that addresses career development is the National Career Development Guideline Competencies and Indicators, and they have a set that is specific for middle and junior high school. The National Career Development Association developed these standards, and these competencies include self-knowledge, which is knowledge of the influence of a positive self-concept, skills to interact positively with others, knowledge of the importance of growth and change. It also includes educational and occupational exploration. And under that heading, it's knowledge of the benefits of educational achievement to career opportunities, understanding the relationship between work and learning, skills to locate, understand, and use career information, knowledge of necessary skills to seek and obtain jobs, understanding how work relates to the needs and functions of the economy and society. And then under career planning, it includes skills to make decisions, knowledge of the interrelationships of life roles, knowledge of different occupations and changing male and female roles, and understanding the process of career planning. So the National Career Development Association believes that all of these should be implemented into a middle school career development counseling curriculum. And finally, there's an abundance of different resources that are available to all students, not just at the middle school level. And below, I have a lot of different ones with their websites listed. Naviance is a big one that a lot of schools use. It has a lot of developmentally appropriate resources for middle school students. And it has career interest inventories. It helps them identify their skills. There's so many different aspects of it that you can use with your middle school students. And the other resources include ONET, which lists all different careers. It gives you descriptions of them, a bunch of different things you might want to know about certain careers. College Board, you can use their website to explore different colleges, majors, and things like that. So there really are a lot of resources available, but it's important to make sure that our students are aware of them. And also it's important for counselors to know how to use them so that they can teach their students. So that's basically it. Then I have my references, of course. But so as you can see, it's just really important that we're not limiting our students and we're setting them up for success early. Thank you for listening, and I will see you all in class.